Hi everyone. In this video, I'll be explaining the menstrual cycle, fertilization event and post-fertilization event in human beings. Now what is menstrual cycle? Cyclical changes taking place in the reproductive tract of females. This reproductive cycle is called as menstrual cycle. Onset of menstruation at puberty is called menarche, and stoppage of menstruation at the age of 45 to 50 years is called menopause. So the cyclical changes taking place in the reproductive tract of females is called as menstrual cycle, and the beginning of the menstrual cycle or the first menstruation that takes place at puberty is called menarche, and the menstruation stops at the age of 45 to 50 years is called menopause. One cycle lasts for 28 days and it ends with a process called menstruation that lasts for 3 to 5 days. Now this menstrual cycle consists of 4 phases. There are 4 phases in menstrual cycle. First is the menstrual phase, then the follicular phase, then ovulatory phase and the luteal phase. So these are the 4 phases of the menstrual cycle. This cycle occurs only if the eggs are not fertilized. That is, if fertilization does not take place, menstrual cycle occurs. Once in every month, one of the ovaries, there are a pair of ovaries, one of the ovaries release an egg. And if this egg is not fertilized, it moves down into the uterus and the egg will degenerate. This menstrual cycle also involves hormones. The main hormones are follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, estrogens, progesterone. Follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone are produced from the anterior lobe of the pituitary. Estrogens are produced by the ovarian follicle, and progesterone is secreted by the ruptured ovarian follicle after ovulation. So the FSH and LH are produced from the anterior lobe of the pituitary. Estrogen is produced from the ovarian follicle, and progesterone is produced from corpus luteum, which is a ruptured ovarian follicle. Now what all are the changes that take place during the menstrual phase? The endometrium ruptures. Since fertilization is not taking place, the inner lining of the uterus, that is called as the endometrium, ruptures and shed off all the blood vessels and the degenerated ova and leads to menstruation. This menstruation lasts for 3 to 5 days. After menstruation, the next phase begins, that is the follicular phase. The follicular phase, the FSH secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary stimulates the ovarian follicle to secrete estrogen. Estrogen stimulates the proliferation of the endometrium. The ruptured endometrium is regenerated by the estrogen. It stimulates the proliferation or multiplication of the endometrium of the uterine wall. As a result, the endometrium now becomes thicker by rapid cell multiplication, and this is followed by an increase in the uterine glands and blood vessels. So these are the changes taking place during the follicular phase. The FSH secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary stimulates the ovarian follicle to secrete estrogens, and this estrogen stimulates the proliferation of the endometrium or regeneration of the endometrium of the uterine wall. The endometrium becomes thicker by rapid cell multiplication, and this is followed by an increase in the uterine glands and blood vessels. Now during the mid-cycle, about 14th day, rapid secretion of luteinizing hormone takes place, and this is called LH surge. So what is LH surge? During the mid-cycle, about 14th day, rapid secretion of the luteinizing hormone takes place, and this leads to the LH surge. Now next is the ovulatory phase. The LH, FSH and estrogen concentration attains a peak level in the middle of the cycle, that is the 14th day. Rapid secretion of luteinizing hormone induces the rupture of the Graafian follicle, the mature ovarian follicle, and thereby the release of ovum. This is known as ovulatory phase or ovulation. The release of ova is called ovulation. Soon after ovulation, the ruptured follicle gets converted into an yellow body called corpus luteum. So this phase is the luteal phase, which starts from 15th to the 28th day of the menstrual cycle. The ruptured ovarian follicle is called corpus luteum, and this corpus luteum secretes the hormone progesterone. Progesterone is also called as the pregnancy hormone. Progesterone prepares the uterus for the anticipated pregnancy. After ovulation, there is a chance for fertilization. So the endometrium gets thickened and is ready for implantation, that is the attachment of the embryo to the wall of the uterus. Uterine glands become secretory. But if fertilization does not take place, the corpus luteum degenerates, disintegrate the endometrium, leading to menstruation, thus making a new cycle. So these are the phases of menstrual cycle. First is the menstrual phase, and soon after menstrual phase, menstruation begins, and then the follicular phase, which involves the hormones, follicle stimulating hormone and estrogen. The follicle stimulating hormone secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary stimulate the ovarian follicle to secrete estrogen. Estrogen stimulates the proliferation of the endometrium, and regeneration of endometrium take place. This is followed by an increase in the uterine glands and blood vessels. During the mid-cycle, about 14th day, there is a rapid secretion of the luteinizing hormone. This is called LH surge. When LH, FSH and estrogen concentration attains a very high peak, that is about 14th day, Graafian follicle ruptures due to the high secretion of luteinizing hormone, and ovulation takes place. After ovulatory phase comes the luteal phase. The ruptured ovarian follicle gets converted into an yellow body that is called corpus luteum. This corpus luteum is a temporary endocrine gland and secretes the hormone progesterone. The endometrium thickens and is ready for implantation. If fertilization does not take place, the corpus luteum degenerates. This causes disintegration of the endometrium, leading to menstruation. Now here you can see a graphical representation of the menstrual cycle. Follicle hormones are the follicle stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary. During the mid-cycle, you can see the luteinizing hormone will increase, that is called LH surge. Here you can see the ovulation takes place, and then the corpus luteum and yellow body that secretes the hormone progesterone. Gradually, if fertilization is not taking place, it degenerates and menstruation takes place. So this is what you have to learn about the menstrual cycle. Next comes the fertilization event. All of you are familiar with the term fertilization. Fertilization is the fusion of the male and the female gamete. The process of fusion of the sperm with an ovum is called fertilization. This fertilization takes place in the ampullary isthmic junction. You have already learned that the oviduct consists of three parts: infundibulum, ampulla, isthmus. Infundibulum has finger-like projections called fimbriae. This fimbriae collect the ovum, and the fertilization you cannot simply say it as oviduct. It is the ampullary isthmic junction. Fertilization takes place in the ampullary isthmic junction. So here you can see this is the ovum, this is the zona pellucida, and then the sperm surrounding it. The cells are the corona radiata. Now fertilization takes place in the ambulatory isthmic junction and only one sperm can enter the egg. Polyspermy is prevented. Of all the sperms that surround the egg, only one sperm can enter the egg. What prevents polyspermy? Changes take place in the membrane permeability of the zona pellucida. Certain changes take place in the membrane zona pellucida. This blocks the entry of more sperms. So polyspermy is prevented because once a sperm enters the egg, changes take place in the membrane permeability. As a result, more sperms cannot enter the egg. Now another question can be asked, why not all copulations lead to fertilization and pregnancy? This is because fertilization can only occur if the ovum and the sperms are transported simultaneously to the ampullary region. This is the reason why not all copulations lead to fertilization and pregnancy. So fertilization is the fusion of the male and the female gamete. The importance of fertilization is, you have already learned the egg is in the secondary oocyte stage. Completion of division can take place only if fertilization occurs. Fertilization also helps to maintain the diploid condition. All copulations do not lead to fertilization and pregnancy. This is because fertilization can only occur if the ovum and the sperms are transported simultaneously to the ampullary region. Where is fertilization taking place? In the ampullary isthmic junction. What prevents polyspermy? Once a sperm comes in contact with the zona pellucida, it induces changes in the membrane that block the entry of additional sperms. Thus, it ensures that only one sperm can fertilize an ovum. Soon after fertilization, next is the post-fertilization event. Post-fertilization event begins with the cleavage. Cleavage is otherwise called as segmentation. The fertilized egg or zygote undergoes division. This is known as cleavage. First 2-cell stage, the 2 cells will then divide to form 4-cell stage. The 4 cells will then divide to form 8-cell stage. The 8 cells will divide to form 16-cell stage. The embryo with 8 to 16 blastomeres is called a morula. What is blastomere? The daughter cells that are produced are called blastomeres. The daughter cells that are produced are called blastomeres. So what is a morula? The embryo with 8 to 16 blastomeres is called a morula. The morula will then move down into the uterus and gets attached to the wall of the uterus. That stage is called as the blastula. Blastula is a 2-layered embryo. Blastula is a 2-layered embryo. Implantation takes place during the blastula stage. What is implantation? Attachment of the embryo to the wall of the uterus. Which stage of the embryo is getting attached to the wall of the uterus? The blastula stage or the blastocyst. The 2 layers of the blastula are the outer trophoblast and the inner cell mass. Blastula is a 2-layered embryo. The 2 layers are the outermost is called trophoblast and the inner cell mass. Inner cell mass give rise to the embryo. Inner cell mass give rise to the embryo. The trophoblast is a nutritive layer and forms part of the placenta. So after fertilization, cleavage begins. The fertilized egg or zygote first divides to form 2-cell stage, then 4-cell, 8-cell, 16-cell stage. The daughter cells are called blastomeres, and the 8 to 16 stage embryo is called as the morula. The morula then forms a 2-layered embryo called blastula. Blastula or blastocyst, which gets attached to the wall of the uterus. That process is called implantation. And the 2-layered embryo is the blastocyst. The 2 layers are the trophoblast and the inner cell mass. Trophoblast forms part of the placenta. Inner cell mass develops into the embryo. So which part of the blastula develops into the embryo? Inner cell mass. Placenta is a vital connection between the fetus and the maternal tissue. Finger-like projections appear on the trophoblast, which are called chorionic villi. Trophoblast is the outer layer of the blastula. Finger-like projections appear on the trophoblast, which is called chorionic villi. This is surrounded by the uterine tissue to form a vital connection that is called placenta. Placenta is a temporary endocrine tissue. Placenta secrete hormones. This include human chorionic gonadotropin, human placental lactogen, estrogen, progestogen, etc. So what are the hormones that are secreted by the placenta? Human chorionic gonadotropin, human placental lactogen, estrogen, progestogen. So placenta is a temporary endocrine tissue. Placenta also helps in providing nutrients to the developing embryo and also removes the waste that is generated by the embryo. Next is the gestation. Gestation is the period of embryonic development. Gestation is the period of embryonic development. 1 month, the embryo's heart is formed. The first sign of the growing fetus can be noticed with the help of a stethoscope. So heart is formed during the first month of pregnancy. Second month of pregnancy, fetus develop limbs and digits. Third month of pregnancy, most of the organ systems are formed. Limbs and external genital organs are well developed. Fifth month, movement of the fetus take place and hair appear on the head. 24 weeks, the body is covered with fine hair, eyelids separate, eyelashes are formed. 9 months of pregnancy, fetus is fully developed and is ready for delivery. So gestation is a period of embryonic development. Next is parturition. Parturition is the process of childbirth. Signals of parturition originate from the fully developed fetus and the placenta. So the signals for parturition originate from the fully developed fetus and the placenta. This triggers the release of oxytocin or the birth hormone. After parturition, mammary glands secrete milk that is known as lactation. This milk contains colostrum that is rich in antibodies and nutrients. So with this, the chapter is over. If you have really enjoyed my lesson, please click like, subscribe, post comment. Thank you.